Today we're going to look at functions and graphing. So remember yesterday I said that there are three representations of functions. There are tables, which we did yesterday. There are graphs, and there are equations. So today we're going to use an equation. We're going to create a table, and then we're going to graph it. So let's start. My function is y is equal to 4x. So if you think of our function machine, we're putting in a value for x, we're going to do this math or this rule, and then we're going to figure out what y is. Now, I need to come up with some ideas as to what I use for the value of x. So I'm going to pick my favorites, and my favorites are 2, 1, 0, -1. Now, I need to calculate what y is. So wherever I see x, I'm going to put these values in for x, and then I'm going to calculate what y is. So for the first one, I'm going to have 4 times 2, because I'm putting 2 in for x. 4 times 2 is 8. Now, I have a value for an x and a value for y, and I know that in order to graph something, I need an x and y ordered pair. So I have that now. I have a value for x is 2, and the value for y is 8. All right, now let's go and put 1 in for x. So I would have 4 times 1 is 4, and then my ordered pair would be 1, 4. Now I'll go and I'll put 0 in for x, and this one's easy because 4 times 0 is 0. So I have the ordered pair 0, 0. And then last, I have -1 for x. I'll put -1 in for x. So I have 4 times -1, which is equal to -4. So I have the ordered pair -1, -4. All right, now let's take those ordered pairs that we came up with in our table, and let's go and graph them now. So the first one is 2 on the x-axis, y on the 8. So remember, the x-axis is horizontal, the y is vertical. So I'm going to go out 2 spaces, and then I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I'm going to put a dot there. The next point is 1, 4. So I'm going, starting at the origin, I'm going over 1, and then I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, and put a dot. The next point is 0, 0. That's easy. That's right at the origin. And the next one is -1. So I'm going to go, starting at the origin, I'm going to go left to -1, and then I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to very carefully connect my dots. Let's see if I can make it a straight line. And I'm going to add my arrows to it. And my graph is correct because it came out to be a straight line, which is what I was trying to get. That was the effect. All right, let's look at the next function, which is y is equal to 3 minus x. And the first thing I need to do is pick some values for x. Now I have my favorites, which would be 2, 1, 0, and -1. But I always have to look first to see if I'm given a graph and how many spaces there are. So in the coordinate grid I was given, there are 10 spaces for each section. So I'm going to try to pick numbers that will fit within the grid. Otherwise, I might have to adjust. Instead of these being in increments of 1, they might be in increments of 2. But to keep it in increments of 1, I'm going to pick 2, 1, 0, and -1. Now I need to calculate the y's. So I'm going to replace my x with whatever value it was that I picked, and then I'll do the math out. So the first one, I have 3 minus 2, which is equal to 1. So the ordered pair would be 2, 1. The next one, I replace x with 1, so I have 3 minus 1 is 2. So the ordered pair is 1, comma 2. The next x value is 0, so 3 minus 0 is 3. So this ordered pair would be 0, 3. And the last ordered pair, y value would be 3 minus negative 1, which would equal, and if you forgot change, this would equal 4. So I have negative 1, 4. Now we're ready to go and graph. So the first, starting at the origin, the first ordered pair is 2, 1. I'll put a dot there. The second ordered pair is 1, 2. So over 1 and up 2. The next ordered pair is 0, 3. So 0 means I stay on the y-axis, and then I count up 1, 2, 3, and put a dot. And the last one is negative 1, 4. So I go left and up 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, I draw a line through my points. Well, that wasn't so good, but you get the idea. They line up in a straight line, and that is now the graph of the function y is equal to 3 minus x. Okay, now let's look at graphing the function y is equal to 1/2 x plus 5. So I need to be careful what I pick for x because I don't want to get fractional values or decimal values, because then that would mean I have to go and graph halfway in my grid lines, and I don't want to do that. I want to stay on the grid lines themselves. So whatever I pick for x needs to be evenly divisible by 2, which means I have to pick even numbers. So let's start with, maybe let's have 6, 4, 2, and let's pick 0. All right, now we're going to plug these values of x in to the equation. And we have 1/2 times 6 plus 5. Well, 6 times 1/2 would be 3. 3 plus 5 would be 8. And my ordered pair would be 6, 8. Then 1/2 times 4. Half of 4 would be 2. 2 plus 5 is going to be equal to 7. So we would have 4, 7. And then 1/2 of 2, or 1/2 times 2 is 1, plus 5 is 6. So we have 2, 6. And last, 1/2 times 0 is 0, plus 5 would be just 5. So we have 0, 5. And now we're ready to graph. I have my ordered pairs. So starting at the origin, I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and put a dot down. And then I start at the origin again, and I go 1, 2, 3, 4, and up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and put a dot. And start at the origin 1, 2, and go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the last one is 0, 5, so on the y-axis, go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now again, I'll draw a line through those points. Hey, that one was actually much better. And again, I got a straight line. So if you've noticed, every graph that we have made so far has turned into a line. That's because we have been graphing linear functions. So a linear function is a function whose graph is a straight line. And the definition of linear is contained right within the word. The word linear has the word line right in it. Now, on the bottom, we have examples of linear functions. The first one is a linear function. It's a straight line. The last one is a linear function. It's a straight line. The one in the middle is not linear. And you'll learn more about these in Algebra 1. This is a function, it's just not a linear function. And you'll learn something called the vertical line test when you get into algebra. Okay, let's review the steps to graphing a function. Number 1, make an input-output table first. Number 2, pick 4 values for x. Why 4 values? It's an insurance policy. You only need 2 points to make a line. However, you should have 3 or more points to make sure that your math was correct. And if it doesn't come out as a straight line, you know that you did your math wrong. Number 3, calculate the values of y for each value of x. And then you have ordered pairs. You can go and plot your ordered pairs on a graph.